Hi, Leo. My name is Missy, and I am here to do the bullshit and the blessings for the second half of August from the 15th to the 31st. I'm going to go ahead and get right into my disclaimer before I discuss what we're going to do with the reading. So these readings are meant to be timeless and general in nature. If the details fit for your situation, the reading is meant for you, but if they do not, please do not try to make them fit, as that will do more harm than good and is definitely not my intention. I am not a doctor, lawyer, or accountant. If you need advice in any of those areas, please consult a professional, and please do not do something simply because I suggest it in one of these videos. You are an adult who has responsibility for your own life. Please use that responsibility to your advantage. Okay, so what we're going to do is pull some general energies from our oracle cards, being the numerology and color cards. We'll get the details from our tarot, and we will do a quick pick a card to look at romantic energies before we move on to the charms. So let me give this one more shuffle. Running out of room. We have the song Middle of Somewhere, Luke Combs in the background. Oy. Interesting. So we have parenting, individuality, and physical activity. And then we have time out. Very interesting. I just have to read it the way I'm seeing it. It almost feels like maybe, there could be someone in your life that you might be smothering a little bit. And like maybe I feel like the cards are saying maybe you should get out there and find something to do on your own. I'm so sorry, but that's just kind of how it's reading. Look at, you've got love partnership. So maybe you have a spouse who feels like you are trying to be their mother and they're like, man, let me breathe, let me breathe. All right, let's see. I love me some Leos. Let me tell you, I do. I love me some Leos. But you guys do need a lot of attention. You do need a lot of attention, and it's possible. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to like hurt your feelings or anything, but it is possible that you might have a partner, or if it's not a love partnership, it could be a friendship, but you might have a partner who is saying like, hey, I need a little bit of space. Like maybe, can you find a hobby? I'm so sorry. But if that's you, you know who you are, and you know this is coming from a place of love. Mm. Like it says, improve your vision with indigo on the bottom, which is like corresponding to these over here where it's talking about time out and physical activity. Oh, and then look, more of this purple color. Enjoy clear hearing. Okay, interesting. It's like I feel like what this is saying is that you're not listening to your intuition. All right, so there's something happening with a partnership, a person, whether this is a love partnership or not, that they are feeling a little bit smothered, a little bit overwhelmed. and they feel like maybe you should intuitively pick up on it, but you haven't picked up on it. And so, you know, that this is spirit coming in to try and nicely say, hey. Now, I don't know if that's going to play out in the rest of the reading because it just seems like its own message in and of itself. But let's see if we can get some more details. Now we have Show Me Love by Alicia Keys. I'm sorry to laugh, but it's just such Leo energy. You know, my son is a Leo. I have Leo in my own chart, so I'm not trying to, you know, say anything bad about Leo. It's just, you guys are who you are. Let's get 2 more cards. Mm. Okay. Yeah. See, you really do need to let go with this 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Like I feel like with all this is saying is like maybe there was some heartache. Like you're literally like maybe you're hurting about something. You guys have been arguing. There's probably been some really nasty words that have said. Maybe, you know, someone being a little bit too you know, trying to win, basically, because that's what this energy is. You know, one person is a little underhanded in their actions in order to make sure that they win at all costs. So this, I feel like this might be a conversation or some sort of argument that you had where one person was determined to win that argument at all costs and may have said some things that were not nice, or maybe that's something, an energy that surrounds you anyway. And again, only take this if it resonates for your situation, because it's not going to resonate for everyone. But that's what I'm seeing here, is that there's this need to really let go. You're holding on too tight to whatever this pain is, and this need to argue. Like there's really, and especially with the song in the background, it keeps saying over and over, show me love, show me love. Like I feel like one person is saying to the other, like, why won't you love me, kind of thing, or like that's where this energy is coming in right here. And that's why there's always this argument, because like one person is sort of asking or almost desperate for the other person to show them love, and saying like, why won't you? I don't know, I'm so sorry for this, but yeah, it does feel like there's a little bit of a smothering energy. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do the pick a card. One thing I do have to point out, we have the Magician on the bottom of the tarot deck, and so because this card is the one on the bottom of the tarot deck, it's saying basically you have control over the situation, whether that means you are the one who is feeling this way and, you know, creating this energy here, or you're the one who wants to get away from that energy. Either way, you have control of the situation. One more. We gotta get them good at purple. I really feel like these need to be our 3 choices, so we're gonna do this. We have Blondie with Call Me. Okay, go ahead and choose group 1, group 2, or group 3 to represent your specific situation, and we'll go ahead and get some extra information. So we have the 6 of Pentacles with the 2 of Pentacles. So if you chose group 1, I do feel like it's saying that generosity is what will balance this situation out. Literally, being willing to compromise and work together, but more so generosity. This is Moon and Taurus energy, obviously, and so Taurus can be very nurturing, and you know, they can also be very mothering. You don't want to mother this person anymore, because obviously that's a problem. But you know, maybe generosity in terms of really paying attention to what it is that they want or need, rather than what you want to give. I feel like that's kind of a message here. All right, so if you chose group 2, we have the 6 of Swords with the Knight of Cups. You might have somebody better coming in for you if you chose group 2, definitely. Because, you know, this is the 6 of Swords is moving on to something better. Well, if you're moving on to something better, it stands to reason the next card is going to tell you what that is, and that's the Knight of Cups. So I feel like there's another person coming in for you if you chose group 2. And for group 3, we've got the Battle with Chariot, 2 Cancer cards. It's like the Chariot coming through almost twice to sort of double down. And if you look at the image on both of these cards, they're opposing each other here, obviously, because this is the battle. But in this particular Chariot, the horses are trying to run in 2 separate directions. So this Chariot, or this particular Chariot from this particular deck, is trying to depict the turmoil that comes before the victory. So to have it doubled down tells me that if you stick in this situation, or if you continue with the way things are, like this is what you're looking at in the future, is just more turmoil, more battle, more opposition, more, you know, very watery, emotional, ultra sensitive energy, because Cancer energy is very sensitive. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get some charms to finish out the reading. The letter just jumps out. Let's see what it is, unless it fell on the floor. If it fell on the floor, I'm not going to read it. No, it fell on the floor. Sorry. Okay, so we have, let's look at the letters first. Anytime a letter comes through in one of these readings, it can be a person, place, or thing. So our first letter came out over what I'm calling the moon, or it is the moon. But this is also divine feminine energy, as well as like earth energy. It's the earth star chakra. And so having the $10 bill fall in the upright right next to that tells me that there is something very positive, some sort of blessing attached to a person, place, or thing with the letter U. Possibly this is a feminine, it doesn't have to be. This can be just like something very grounding if it's not a person. Coming over here to this M, it's like you intuitively already know the answers when it comes to a person, place, or thing that is attached to that one. And then over here with the root chakra, these 2 letters are just basically saying the same thing. But with this is talking about where you need to get secure. So there's something, either a person, place, or thing with these letters can help you and support you, and you know, help you gain that security. I'm looking for a different word though. Confidence. They're helping you gain confidence, right? So either they're helping you gain confidence, or they are draining your confidence and causing you to feel a little imbalanced. So take that however it resonates for you. Also, it's like with this root, the lantern falling on the root chakra, it's saying fall back on your roots, what you know, what you've already mastered, what you, the experiences from your past, whether that's like family roots or whatever, fall back on that to help you light the way, to guide the way for you. Especially because right here, this particular charm, it's in my bucket because it belonged to my mother who has since passed away. And so I put it in my charm bucket to give special meaning, to mean that maybe there is messages, because birds represent messages. So there could be messages coming from your mother or a family member. Again, going back to this lantern, that maybe it's like advice that may help you, to help you guide the way on your path in some way. But if it's not, like if your mother has already passed, then these are intuitive messages that maybe you've been ignoring because this did fall upside down. And that's just how I read it. When they fall upside down, it tells me it's something that you're either ignoring or not seeing, or maybe you see it there and you're not really ignoring it, but you kind of put it on the back burner and you're not paying attention to it so much immediately. But there's something from your roots that can definitely help guide you. Also, we have the moon and the thorn rune coming out over the heart and throat chakra. This is telling me like you don't want to feel your feelings, or you feel like the way that you feel is a problem or something, like it's a thorn in your side, because that's really what that rune talks about, especially when it's in the reverse. It's something that can be problematic. So how you feel, or maybe the way you communicate how you feel, is problematic. I'm going to say it like that because if it's more in the throat chakra than it is on the heart chakra. Same with this particular moon. We have the song Follow You, Imagine Dragons. Did I talk? Oh, and then we also have Tur, basically. This is, the rune that talks about being on point, hitting the mark, being on target. It's the god Tur, but it's also about like justice and victory and self-sacrifice. And so when you had, where did those two chariot cards go? Well, they're over here. Hold on. So when you had the two chariot energies coming out, here's one of them. That's basically what this is talking about. But that's where your victory comes from, is what that rune is saying in the root chakra section of your chart. It's saying in order to overcome the turmoil of the chariot, and let me see if I can find the other one. There it is. In order to overcome that turmoil and get those horses going in the same direction, you need to ground yourself, which I think we already talked about in your reading. Okay, so I hope that resonates. If it does not, please stick around. There may be another reading for you here on the channel that does. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, anything that you can to help me get my channel out there, since I'm new here, and I thank you for watching.